Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. I welcome you to this live broadcast. I'm Chukwuka Okeke, broadcasting live. I welcome you very, very sincerely. Okay, I have yet another interesting topic, educative topic, a topic that will remind us of what we are really about, okay, by a top leader, and that topic says, consistent invitation leads to steady cash flow. Consistent invitation leads to steady cash flow. Invitation of who? Invitation of new members into TBC community. We must invite them consistently, steadily. We must be consistently consistent in inviting new members into TBC community. That is what the community needs now. We need to do that fast. In order to grow to 1 billion members on or before 30th November 2019. Okay? So everything and anything that concerns this approach at this time, we must continually broadcast it. We must continually remind us all of that mission. It's a task force, a task that must be accomplished, because that is what will give us, every member of TBC community, that is what will give us where we are heading to. That is what will conclude our ultimate goal. That is what will establish our economy, TBC Kringle economy. All right? And so all hands must be on deck right now. We must move at a breakneck speed. Okay? So, in fact, that is where our focus should be right now. That's where our focus should be. If really we want to achieve what we have set for ourselves, the goal we have set for ourselves, and we all believe that this is achievable, this is doable. Yes, we can. And so, let us unite. Let us come together in one accord, in one spirit of achieving our set goal. Because when we all believe we can achieve it, then we can. Okay? It's a teamwork. All right? It is a teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Together, everyone achieves more. So that is what we must focus on at this moment. Okay? So I want to play this video. Okay? I mean, this video was about a year ago now, by Randy Wilson, one of the top leaders within TBC community. All right, so sit back, relax, be attentive as I play this video. Just a moment, let me share my screen. And then I will come back at some point, to round up this. Okay. Just relax. Let's, all right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Our first meeting, our first.
Just be patient. Looks as if the network is acting up. The network must be very, very poor at this time. Well, let's be patient and wait. And if it cannot continue, then I will have to think of a rebroadcast of this particular topic. Well, I mean, but like I had introduced this topic, I want to continue by saying while we still wait for this, otherwise I will stop sharing my screen and wait for a rebroadcast. Okay, but before then, okay, I want us to understand that mastering the art of the invitation is the key to consistent cash flow in TBC. I say it again. Mastering the art of the invitation is the key to consistent cash flow in TBC, which means that we must learn the art of invitation, of inviting people to join us in our TBC community. It's an art, okay? Invitation is an art. And so we must master that art. We are to master the art of invitation before we will be able to consistently invite. Well, okay, I will just stop sharing, okay? It has become very difficult, to listen to Randy Wilson there. Yeah. So, let us learn the art, okay? And one way of learning the art of consistently making cash flow, earning cash flow within TBC community is to continue to invite. There are a couple of ways, we can invite. According to what TBC admin, had posted on the blog a long time ago. And it's all about ice breaking. Using the icebreaker, on Facebook to invite new members. Okay, so we'll probably have to go back to those early tips that TBC admin, gave to us on how we can invite people. All right? We can do, a TV show. We can, do a radio announcement. We can use our business cards that we can get from the marketing side of our Kringle Cash back office. All of these, we are tools which TBC admin had given to us a long time ago. I don't know if we are using those tips, those tools, use the tools that we have. It means that we will not be effective in inviting. So we probably need to revisit those tools and use them effectively, even at this time that we need, to work very, very seriously on our 1 billion target. And so I want to bring this up so that we can refresh our minds and go back to those tips and begin to use them. We just have to go back to those tips. Because when we master how to use them, we will be able to use them effectively. So let's go back to our toolboxes. Go back to your toolbox and, bring all times over in order to be able to understand it and begin to use it. We have the tools already. And so it behoves us, I'm speaking to TBCians, everyone within the TBC community, because we are the ones that, have this responsibility. When new people come in, we are to guide them. We are to teach them. We are to mentor them on what they need to do to become true and worthy ambassadors of TBC globally. We need to teach them. But how can you teach what you don't know? You can't give what you don't have. And that is the truth. So we need to equip ourselves. And that's why we cannot do without studying the blog daily. We cannot do without studying the blog daily because that's where we have all this information that will help us. That's where we have all the information. That's where the toolbox is. So we need to search it out and begin to use them so that we will be able to talk less and do more. That's what this period requires. Talk less and do more. We need to be active. We have talked enough. This is action time. Each and every one of us must be effective. And that is determined by how many new members we are able to bring into the community before 30th of November 2019. And then, as we bring them in, we teach them duplication, how to duplicate themselves. And duplication, we have had it several times, is the fastest way to grow the community. Duplication is the fastest way to grow TBC community at this time. And so let's go ahead, bring in the new members first, and then teach them how to duplicate themselves. You can start with 2 to bring 2, and so on, or 3 to bring 3, and so on. And as we are bringing them, we are guiding them. As their sponsors, we are guiding them on what they need to do, how they need to duplicate, what they need to do. That way, it becomes very effective. That way, we will be able to get to our ultimate goal fast. Fast is the word. Duplication, fast. Duplicating, fast. It needs to be somewhere in our subconscious because that will guide us to our action. Once we have that new mindset of duplicating ourselves, of duplicating new members, teaching them how to duplicate themselves as well, you will see the astronomical growth of TBC members, of the community. It is so important at this time. I believe everyone wants this, our economy, TBC Kringle economy, to take off. Everyone wants us to get to our ultimate goal of 1 billion members so that we can begin to enjoy fully the assets that are lying in our wallets. It's only when our economy is in full force that the transactions can take off in earnest. By then, all the merchants that are being recruited at this time every one of us will enjoy them, because the exchange, the transactions will be much more than what is happening right now. You will be able to get and negotiate what you want, because we have hundreds, thousands, and millions of merchants who wants to exchange their goods and services with our Kringles and TBC coins. And so there is no reason why we will not take it very serious. There is no reason at all. Because we all want to enjoy full economy and spend the TBC and Kringle that we have in our wallets. So that's how important it is. So let's go to work. Let's start recruiting on consistent basis too. All right, so that is truly what I have for us. It is time for action. It is time to put our hands together with one focus, with a positive mindset of achieving our goal. We need to help one another. If anyone is having difficulties in doing this, let others help out. We are to help the weak amongst us and make them strong. Remember, what we are doing is showing love and respect to humanity. That's what TBC is doing. Showing love and respect to humanity. And so, at this point in time, we don't need to look down on anyone, but to pull everyone that is weak so that they can become strong. When they become strong, they'll be more effective, and we will be able to achieve our goal faster. It's an appeal that I'm making to all TBCians globally. In my live broadcast, I've always said that I offer to help people who need help, to teach them, to guide them, to mentor them, to train them about activities within TBC community. I've always made that offer. And that is showing love and respect, which is what we all agree to do. So let's not just mouth it, let us do it. I want to thank you once again for joining me in this live broadcasts. I do live broadcast daily casts because it's all about building our community. Because when people get knowledge, they become more effective. We don't want to spread wrong information. And that's why we must all go to the blog and study it daily. It's part of TBC system. For us to be in alignment within TBC community, we must study the blog daily. Because when we get knowledge from the blog, from the posts, from the videos, from the articles, from the posters that we see on the blog, that is what we are going to translate to others. But if we give the wrong information, then that will be terrible. We cannot be speaking from two sides of the mouth. What Mr. A says must be what Mr. B and C or Mrs. B and C will say all over the globe. It's one message. Even if there are 10 messages, let them be the same information. Let them contain the same information. And it's key, it's important. And that's why the blog is inevitable for every broadcaster, every TBC broadcaster. Because it's from the blog that we'll get the authentic information about TBC and its activities. Every important information comes from the blog. Every update comes from the blog. So we must all become students of the blog. So that we speak the same language. So that we all will be on the same page, doing the right things, saying the right things at all times. And so, once again, thank you for joining me. And I invite you to join me every single day because I do this every day. If you need clarifications, if you want to ask questions, get in touch with me. And how do you get in touch with me? After this live broadcast, go below my video, look for the description section. You will see details of all my contacts. Quickly get in touch with me so we all be on the same page as far as TBC is concerned. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Join me again tomorrow as I sign off. Good night.